Now, me being a Derrick Rose fan, this video is close to the heart. We know that Derrick Rose was a #1 pick, wavering between Michael Beasley and D Rose, but D Rose ended up going to Chicago, shocked the league with his athleticism, shocked players and earned their respect by his tenacity, and shocked mankind, if you will, with his humility. We know because of his play, he ended up getting the youngest MVP award in the NBA history. It was a great time for himself, it was a great time for Bulls fans like myself as well, and just for the league in general. He earned a lot of respect, and outside of the court, outside of his game, he was traveling across the world giving talks. He was going to China. He was making multiple shoe deals. Everybody was buying his shoes, fam. Everybody was getting his jersey too. It was a great time for the league, and as a promising Bulls player, conversations were starting as the best player after Michael Jordan in Chicago. In April of 2012, everything changed. We all know that Derrick Rose suffered a horrific injury, a torn ACL. And I still remember the day at school when this happened. Everybody was sad and wearing a Derrick Rose jersey to show their respect. Unfortunately, even after his return, he suffered more injuries, and more downfalls. But this past year, things changed. And now, with Derrick Rose going to the Detroit Pistons, it's looking like Derrick Rose, splash, is getting his athleticism back. And as a huge Derrick Rose fan myself, and I'm sure all of us at this point can respect the guy for not giving up, it's great to see. Look at this. A Derrick Rose dunk. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. And not only has Derrick Rose improved in his athleticism, now that is looking really nice. Derrick Rose also has been working on his three-point jumper. We know that he had the athleticism. We know that he was able to go with his lateral quickness. But one thing that people talked about was Derrick Rose just couldn't shoot, especially his early days in the Chicago Bulls. But look at Derrick Rose working on that shot. Fast, smooth. We're going to go ahead and look at it one more time, but really fast, really smooth, and really easy. If Derrick Rose can't take it to the rim like he used to, his next best bet is to shoot, because it's a shooter's league now. But the first clip showed Derrick Rose's athleticism, and this next clip is showcasing Derrick Rose really getting that rock in. And for those who don't know, Derrick Rose this past season had his career high for most three-pointers in a game with 7. So it is very evident that Derrick Rose, knowing that his athleticism may not be what it used to be in his prime, is working really hard in his jumper. And I think this past season, with the career high in points with 50, magical game, right? And then of course, with 7 3-pointers in a game, is definitely adding to his skill and adding to his overall game and hopefully performance in this upcoming season. We all know that New York, obviously, even though he scored well, a lot of people weren't the biggest fan of this. I of course, in terms of me being a Bulls fan, I was unhappy with this, right? But he still got buckets. I think that's evident. I think that's something that we all know Derrick Rose can do, is get some buckets, right? He went to the Cavaliers and he just wasn't an option there. Things weren't well. Things weren't working right. A lot of, he had to work on his mental game as well, which is a huge aspect, and I just don't think Cleveland gave him a chance. But as mentioned, with 50 points, a game with 7 3-pointers, multiple game winners last season, I think the Timberwolves really gave Derrick Rose a huge opportunity. And it's great to see that Derrick Rose going from a huge contract with the Chicago Bulls, going down to the league minimum, right, with Cleveland. Now signing with the Detroit Pistons on a 2-year, $15 million contract. Great to see. And it's not even about the money for my MVP, Derrick Rose. He has shoe deals. He just got his new shoe deal as well. So it ain't about the money for my MVP. It's about a legacy, which he already, in my opinion, validated and already has in my book, and I'm sure many of our eyes. But I do feel that he is a competitor. We know he's a competitor. He has a lot more to prove. And I do think that Derrick Rose this upcoming season is going to do just that. In the comments down below, let me know what your thoughts are on Derrick Rose. Is he back? Is this new athleticism that he has had and has been working toward getting back to his prime level? Maybe not there, but definitely a huge improvement, along with his new 3-point shot. Do you think Derrick Rose is going to make some moves and some damage to the league this year? As his biggest fan, you already know I got to support. Got his brand new book, loving the shot. And I'm just being real, he killed it last season. So I think he's healthy, and I think he's ready to prove a lot of people wrong. How about you? Let me know in the comments down below. Peace. Peace.